And welcome into this edition of ACAP Today for the week of May 9th, 2022. I'm Jason Parent with the Aroostook County Action Program. On this week's edition, we're going to talk to two ACAP team members who are part of an overall effort to help individuals access the $850 payment that's coming from the state of Maine to over 850,000 Maine households. They've been talking about this at the state level, and the governor and the legislature have approved the $850 payments to go out. But if you haven't filed your taxes yet this year, you need to work through this process in order to access that $850 payment. So we're going to tell you all about that in our feature interview in just a little bit. But before we get to that, we're first going to go to this week's news and information that you can use again for the week of May 9th, 2022. And we're actually going to start briefly with that assistance in accessing state relief payments. We're going to talk about this more in the program. But as I indicated, to be eligible for the relief payment that the state of Maine is putting out in the month of June, eligible individuals must file a 2021 Maine individual income tax return by October 31st. So they're going to continue to roll out payments. The first will go out in June, but they're going to continue through October 31st. So you have until October 31st to do this. We're going to talk with two individuals, like I said, who are working in part of the team here at ACAP, who are helping individuals to do that, to file that Maine individual income tax return if you haven't already, so that you can be hopefully eligible to access that $850 payment. Now, the stipulations around it, and we're going to talk again about this in just a little bit, $100,000 if your income's under $100,000, if you're filing single, or if married and filing separately, $150,000 if filing as head of household, and $200,000 for couples filing jointly. So we will be talking more about that in just a little bit, but just a heads up, that is our top story this week. Our second top story this week is about the Homeowner Assistance Fund program, which is now launched and available in the state of Maine. We've been talking about this for many months and anxiously awaiting its launch. This is a free federal relief program for homeowners. We've been talking about the rental assistance program for a while now, and that's been active for a month. This program just launched last week, the first week of May, and it's for individuals who are behind on their mortgage, housing or property tax or utility payments, and are at risk of foreclosure. So this is slightly different than the rental assistance program. It's really for those who have had a hardship. It can provide up to $25,000 per eligible household. It is funded through the U.S. Department of Treasury, administered here in the state of Maine through the Maine Bureau of Consumer Credit Protection. Now, again, very differently from the Emergency Rental Assistance Program, ACAP is not administering this program locally. What we are doing, however, in partnership with the Maine Bureau of Consumer Credit Protection, is if you are in need of assistance in that application and applying, because it's a web-based platform, you can call our office at 764-3721, and we have a team in reception that are standing by to help you with that online application. They may need to call you back to do it, but that team is available to help you with the application. From that point, the application will be with the Maine Bureau of Consumer Credit Counseling. And then if there's counseling required, an ACAP housing counselor will be reaching out to your household. But we're not responsible for the entire process. We're helping at the forefront to assist with getting an application in, and then we're helping with those households who are in risk of foreclosure with the counseling component of that. So we are not, again, processing payments through this office, but we're just, again, helping process the application online for those who need it. Now, if you're eligible, you may be eligible if you own and occupy a 1 to 4 unit dwelling in the state of Maine. If you experienced a COVID-19 related financial hardship after January 1st, 2020, that financial hardship can consist of a material reduction of income or increase in expenses, and your household is below certain income limits. These income limits vary by household size and what part of the state you're located in. We encourage you to go to maine.gov/homeassist, or give us a call here at 764-3721 if you want to see about starting an application online with our assistance. We also want to remind you of the Emergency Rental Assistance Program. Now, we are hearing that this program is beginning to wind down at this point. It could be that it will cease taking new applications anytime in the coming weeks. So we're encouraging folks out there who are renters and who meet the income eligibility guidelines, who are having difficulty right now, especially paying for your rent and utilities, to please call and get into the program. Call or register online at mainrentrelief.com. Again, it will be very likely that they will stop taking new applications in this program. So just as housing comes up, rental assistance is preparing to wind down. So again, if you are a renter and you meet the income eligibility guidelines, please do consider calling us or going online to mainrentrelief.com. We also want to let folks know that we are really focusing on opportunities available for county youth as it relates to connecting to the workforce. Our workforce development team is really putting out the word that we're looking for youth aged 16 through 24 that support financial assistance through this program to connect with employment opportunities across the region. And there are available appointments immediately with this program. We are under enrolled in this program and certainly are willing and able to help a number of youth aged 16 through 24 in a very quick fashion. We have slots for up to 20 youth to receive support services, and these support services include training experiences, paid training experiences, the opportunity to learn employability skills, learn about and connect with area employers who are hiring, explore career options, and learn how to better manage money. It's a great way to get into permanent job in the local workforce with a local employer. Give us a call at 554-4130 to learn more and set up an appointment to see how the program works and to check on your eligibility for it. We are also, in an employment perspective, working in partnership with the Maine Youth Action Network for a Gateway to Opportunity program that's coming up this summer between July 11th and August 18th. It will include a small team of peers and partners through ACAP's Impact program and our Impact team here in Presque Isle. And the team will be responsible for supporting the design, research, and creation of a social media campaign that's really going to elevate the voices of young people in the community. We're accepting applications into this program. It's a 6-week paid summer workforce program where youth, again, in a smaller age category, this is 16 to 18-year-olds, will be paired with a local business, an organization, or a government agency and work on a team to design a community project that centers the youth voice. So we're encouraging folks who might have an interest in this. It has a $15 an hour and 20-hour per week schedule with it in those weeks that the program is running. And we encourage you to reach out for more information on this. You can contact us here at 764-3721 or go to our website for more information. We are also inviting one and all to attend a business after hours and a ribbon cutting ceremony at our 771 Main Street Presque Isle facility on Thursday, May 19th from 4 in the afternoon to 7 p.m. in the evening. This will be the opportunity for us to unveil the newly renovated customer service center at 771 Main Street. In the past couple of years, we've made some changes to that facility. And the Katahdin Trust Company has sponsored the community services suite section of that building. So we'll be holding a formal ribbon cutting with our partners from Katahdin Trust. We'll have some county inspired light refreshments, including a mashed potato special dish, as well as ploys and Holton Farms dairy ice cream for folks to enjoy. And our prevention team will be mixing up some mocktails for all to enjoy. Also, our workforce development team, we just talked about that youth experience. They'll be there on hand to talk about not only programs we have for youth, but for adults as well, including on-the-job training and salary supported work experiences for prospective employees to be able to get folks started with their companies. So we invite you, along with the Central Aroostook Chamber of Commerce and Katahdin Trust, to join us for this special occasion on Thursday, May 19th. We are also inviting you, if you have not yet registered for the Home Energy Assistance Program, to participate in our Heap in Your Hometown series. This series is happening between 10 and 2 p.m. on Tuesdays and Wednesdays throughout the month of May. In the coming weeks, this week, we're in Stockholm on Tuesday, May 10th at the town office in Stockholm. On Wednesday, we will be in Madawaska, and we will be there in partnership with our 50th anniversary celebration and an ice cream party. So we invite you to come and see if you qualify for the Home Energy Assistance Program, and at the same time, get some ice cream. Wednesday is supposed to be a beautiful day, so we hope you can join us there in Madawaska for a refreshing treat. And in the coming weeks, we'll be traveling to Allagash, Eagle Lake, Limestone, and Ashland. We were in Southern Aroostook, some smaller communities in Southern Aroostook last week, and had a great reception there. So we invite you to come and check this out. With the price of oil and electricity and heating your home being so high right now, we're really encouraging folks who have never applied or haven't applied in many years for this program to do so. And now is a great time of year to do that because we have available appointments. As you can see, you can walk in without an appointment at any of these events. And it's that credit will go on your fuel vendor account, and it will be there for up to 18 months. So it'll be there when we need to turn the thermostats up in the fall and be of great help, especially again with the high cost of heating oil. Speaking of the high cost of heating oil, if you're wondering, do I qualify for the Home Energy Assistance Program? This chart, which is also available on our website, shows you the income levels, and these have risen over the past few years. So we encourage you to look at this on our website, and it might be an opportunity for you to say, gosh, I'm really close to that, or I'm just under, or even if you're just above, we can look at some expenses that we might be able to deduct from your household, including out-of-pocket medical expenses, to be able to register for the Home Energy Assistance Program and qualify. So check this out on our website and join us at one of our Heap in Your Hometown events. If we're not coming close enough to you, by the way, and you prefer to do it over the phone, you can call our Heap team directly at 768-3053, and we can accommodate an over the phone appointment with you. We talked about the celebration briefly in the Heap in Your Hometown activity, but we are inviting you again to Madawaska this Wednesday at our 88 Fox Street location for an ice cream party where we'll be serving up some tasty treats, and we'll be also able to connect folks with services at that particular event. This is all in celebration of both May as Community Action Month nationally, but also ACAP's 50th anniversary, which we're really kicking off in earnest this month and celebrating through the rest of the year. We'll be there from 2 to 4, although our Heap in Your Hometown folks will be there for more than that amount of time that day. They'll be there at 10 a.m. in the morning. And this is at 88 Fox Street again. And if you're in the central Aroostook area, we hope you join us in Caribou on next Wednesday, May 18th at our 17 Bowles Road location, our Early Care and Education Center there. And then lastly, in Holton on May 25th at our 91 Military Street location, comprehensive service location there. And then we're going to bleed over into June a little bit on this one on June 1st, which is the actual date of the 50th anniversary when the St. John Valley Community Action Council and Central Aroostook Community Action Association formally merged to form ACAP. On that Wednesday, June 1st, we will be at our 771 Main Street location with both cake and ice cream to celebrate our 50th anniversary, and hope you join us for that event as well. It should be a good time. And we also want to let folks know that now is a great time of year to enroll your child in our Head Start or Early Head Start program. Programs in Early Head Start are available. Really, you can even register a child before the child is born. So we work with prenatal mothers in that particular program, Early Head Start. And then our Head Start program is more for traditional preschool age children in the 3, 4, up to 5-year-old age category. We currently offer services in Caribou, Dyer Brook, Fort Kent, Holton, and Presque Isle, and coming this fall to Limestone and Van Buren. So we're taking registration for all of those programs. Please give us a call at 554-4176 or complete the application directly on the ACAP website location under Early Care and Education. And we also want to remind folks, this is sort of our COVID section of our newscast here, that the transmission rate as of last Thursday in the state, in Aroostook County, again, a high transmission rate, the only high transmission rate in Aroostook County as of that Thursday's count. We are encouraging folks, if you have not been vaccinated or boosted and are eligible for that, to please go to maine.gov/COVID19/vaccines to find an appointment or a place that you can walk in near you. If you're uncertain and unable to get connected online, give us a call at 764-3721, and our reception team can assist you in finding an appointment or a vaccine close to you. We are also reminding folks of the free vaccine ride program that the Department of Health and Human Services is offering offering so that transportation is not an impediment to getting vaccinated. You can call 1-855-608-5172 to reserve a ride. Please do so at least 48 hours in advance of your appointment so they can make that happen for you. And we are continuing to remind folks of the free at-home COVID-19 tests that are available. There's two websites, covidtest.gov and accesscovidtest.org. If you've registered previously for one set of the 4 free at-home tests under the covidtest.gov site, but haven't for a second set, you are eligible for that second set. And if you haven't, there's a 5-test kit through accesscovidtest.org that is available to your household as well. We have more information here if you need that to give us a call here at the agency, and we can help connect you with those resources as well. And lastly, in the COVID support section of our newscast, we are continuing to offer COVID community supports. That's including delivery of groceries and meals to your home and other things that you need to safely isolate or quarantine in your home if you're asked to do that because of either a close contact or a diagnosis of COVID-19. Best way to get connected with that, if you can get online, is to go to the community care section for social support under COVID-19 resources on the DHHS website. You can also call us here at ACAP at 764-3721, and we can help you navigate that and get that COVID support request in for you. And lastly, if we've not talked about something in this news broadcast and you're in need of assistance, you can reach out to our team of navigators here at ACAP. The number is 764-3721, and they can help connect you with available services, not only here at our agency, but outside of our agency as well, as they're very, very knowledgeable about the resources that are available out there. And as many folks are reaching out for the first time or not quite used to navigating the social services system, this is a great resource that we have available for you. So that's this week's news and information you can use. I'm now pleased to be joined on this week's edition of ACAP Today by 2 members of our ACAP family. One is Jeannie Fox, who's a familiar face to this program, and Jeannie Fox is the manager for our coaching and navigation services across Aroostook County. Jeannie, welcome back to ACAP Today.
Thank you, Jason. Thank you for having me this morning.
And we are pleased to welcome a first-time guest to the broadcast, a navigator with our agency who works out of our 771 Main Street Presque Isle office. That is Eva Kirk. Eva, welcome.
Good morning. Thank you for having me on.
All right. Excited to have you both on the program to talk about a program or a service that we're offering here at ACAP that's really going to provide an access to individuals getting that $850 payment that we've been hearing about in the media, that the governor and legislature passed and have been talking about. So Jeannie, why don't you bring us up to speed in terms of what this is all about and how people can connect with us and why it's important that they do if they're in need of this service.
Yes, Jason. Hi. So yes, everybody that watches the news knows that Governor Mills has issued an $850 tax incentive or a additional tax payment that will be sent out to any family that has filed for their taxes. So where we're playing into this is for any tax filer or for any individual in the Aroostook County that has not filed their taxes, we're able to help support them with getting their taxes filed. And then once that happens, they will be issued that $850. So the most of our people that we're targeting is our elderly population. Many of them are on that fixed income of just their Social Security benefits, and they haven't filed taxes for many years. So for those folks that have not filed a 2021 tax return for the state of Maine, please reach out to us at our 764-3721 number, and we will get you on a paper, and we will start calling people next week and get those appointments done and get that help out to people that really truly are going to need this money.
So there are a lot of folks, I know, Jeannie, we've just announced this just a little over a week ago, week and a half or so ago, we announced this publicly. Talk about the volume and what the response has been so far from people who have said, yes, please sign me up for this service.
Yeah, so last Friday, the news ran a story from ACAP talking about this program, and Monday morning, bright and early, even before even before our phone lines opened at 8 o'clock, phone calls were coming in. So as of right now, we have over 300 people that have reached out to us, and they are on that list. Again, that rate currently, when you call, we're putting you on a spreadsheet, and starting next week, our navigators, as well as some of my family coaches, will be reaching out to folks to help them in the process of getting that information into the state, so they will be on that list.
Now, Eva Kirk, you're one of those navigators who'll be working with folks, but you've been working with folks all along to help connect them with other services. How important is this, and how needed is this right now, this additional $850 payment for folks? Because you're seeing that need firsthand.
Very important, especially for our senior population. I talked to several people today, and their concerns, their needs. This $850 that will be given to them is a big thing, because most of them, I talked to a lady yesterday, and she told me, she's Eva, she's, by the time we pay our bills and try to get our medication, she says there's no money left for food. So, and it's just different things. People have been calling in, senior population definitely has been calling in for this help. And, some of them are saying, gee, we can spread this out, and this will help us get through this coming winter. We'll put money away for, the food. It's going to help us put gas in our car to get to our medical appointments. Help us pay our taxes, help us get our home ready for winter again. We need this on our door. We need this for this window. One lady told me, she says, I'm going to go buy a new mattress, so she says I can get a good night's sleep. So this is very important for our senior population. We've seen an increase in food and gas and fuel, in everything, and it's hit them the hardest because they do have a fixed income, and many of them are at the age now that they can't go out and get a part-time job, so they're very, very limited. This is what you get, and that's it. So this will be very beneficial to them, along with other people, single moms that can't work, that are home with children, single dads, the same thing. So it's going to be such a benefit to them, a blessing.
Now, I know, Eva, that you and Jeannie have sort of been trained, and I had the opportunity when I was in Fort Kent last week to actually do a couple of these preparations for a couple of seniors in the community up there. So I've had that chance to do it. But what would you say to people? I understand that it's difficult for many people, especially our seniors that don't have access to go online or have difficulty with the just navigation online. This is a service for them, but the process that you will walk folks through is not painful at all, is it? Just talk about the process a little bit so that folks understand what happens when they contact us, and when we reach back out to them, how it goes, what we might need.
Okay. It's very, very simple. Basically, we do all the work on our end. We ask questions of them. We're gonna ask, their name, their address, their phone number. If they're renters, who their landlord is, landlord's phone number. We're gonna tell them what they need, what we need for documentation, which will be a photo ID from them. We're gonna need income, proof of income. Most of them it's Social Security, so their benefits letter. We will also need, let me look here. If they pay, what they paid for rent, if they're renters, what they paid for rent for the year of 2021. If they're homeowner, what they paid for taxes. And the reason being for that is when we put this into the system, there might be a little bit more extra credit for them. So instead of getting $850, they may get $1,000, the extra $150 because of what they paid. the calculations once it's been done. So, and it's very easy. We try to make it fun and have a bit of a conversation with them as we're, doing this. So, it's just a very easy process. Basically, like I said, we do all on our end. We ask questions, they answer it, and from there on, we send it up.
Yeah, Jeannie, I think Eva just touched on something that was a surprise to the couple of seniors that I worked with last week. Is they thought, hey, I'm coming in so that I'll be able to access this $850 payment, and it'll come to me in June when those payments go out. But at the end of the process, and you calculate all of the data and you put in the information that Eva talked about, for a good number of folks, there's an additional, if you will, a bonus that comes with that. It's separate from that $850 payment, but it's sort of, if you will, a return, a tax return that they might be receiving. So it's not only well worth it to come in for the $850, but to check to see if you're potentially leaving money on the table by not filing a tax return of some money that might be coming back to you from the state, correct?
That is correct, Jason. Yes, we as a team learning this process, we did a mock case the other day, and the information we entered, it was somebody would have gotten back $1,100, so that was over the $1,000 mark. And exactly, what a surprise! And so I'm very excited to know that that's out there, because as we've all discussed, the price of food, the price of gas and heating oil, everything has increased. And for folks on that fixed income, some are choosing not to have that food because their medicine needs to be purchased, or some are in a home that's really cold. They're running their furnace lower to conserve the energy that they have. And that's just really sad. We have those conversations daily with elderly people that, I ran my furnace at 58, I'm really cold, I need help. So any bit of this extra help is just going to be such a prize for everybody. And so we're very excited about that.
And Eva, one of the great opportunities that this is presenting is, as individuals are connecting with us, again, I'll go to my example of the one of the folks that I worked with in Fort Kent yesterday. When we got done the tax application and we went through that this individual was a renter and they had electric heat and they were really worried about how they were going to pay for that in the coming year, we were able to do an on-the-spot rental assistance application. So if you come in or if you connect with us and we're working on this service, we're also potentially able to connect you with other services, which is really what you do as a navigator every day.
That's right. And I encourage people when I talk to them that, they need to apply for these services because it's there for them and it's a benefit to them. Heat is a big thing. Apply for heat, get your fuel set up for the winter. And once you get into the heat program, that opens you up to other services in ACAP. And we can provide services like, help with fixing up your home, getting it winterized. If you need a new furnace, just so many things. Transportation, we can, direct them to an agency that can help with transporting to and from hospital or appointments and whatnot. So I encourage these people to do that every day.
And Jeannie, we've been talking a lot with you and Eva about seniors, but there are some families with young children who may qualify for this program as well. And I know that in your world of working with family coaches and the like, there are a great deal of other services that we can connect folks with, including workforce development, early career education, WIC programs like that. So it's a really good opportunity for families with young children as well, to sort of use this as a gateway opportunity to connect with other services with ACAP.
Exactly, Jason. ACAP as a community action program with ACAP, we have over 40 programs. So many, for any family that isn't familiar with ACAP, please give us a call and we can talk to you about the different programs that your family will be able to benefit from, if it be WIC for anybody with a child under the age of 5, or for pregnant moms. We also have early care and education programs in many towns in our community. So definitely for anyone that has not connected with ACAP yet, we would love to talk to you and just really find out what other programs we have available that would be a big support to your family.
That's certainly true. So let's just summarize again, Jeannie, for folks about this program and specifically about connecting with us and what that process might look like. So start from the sort of step one. If you're out there watching this program and you're, gosh, I did not file state taxes this year because I was not required to, I was under income. What's my next step? And then what happens?
So Jason, the next step will be for them to reach out to us at 764-3721 and just and let the person that answers the phone, hi, I'm calling about the $850 relief check assistant program. And our administration, or, our receptionist will send them to the right person. Once they make that call and connect, their name and number is going to be put on a spreadsheet. And then once that spreadsheet, we will have people that will be working off that spreadsheet daily. The process itself will take 30 minutes. Once somebody reaches back out to you, you answer some basic questions. Eva talked about some of the information that we will need will be a photo ID. For seniors that have just Social Security, the 1099 SA form will be needed, which is what shows what you get for income each year. For homeowners, the property tax bill will be needed, or if you are a renter, your landlord's name and number, as well as what you are paying for rent, will all be needed. That information will be put into the computer, which is a Maine Gov website. And once that's done, a confirmation number will be received. We'll enter that into our database just for our records. But once that happens, the state of Maine will start issuing those checks in June. And so it's once it's done, again, it takes 30 minutes and then the process is complete. And then you'll have to wait for the state to issue that check. But it's not going to be a hard process to do. It's a little bit of basic information, as well as you may be able to get some more services with ACAP as you're having this conversation with us, because we're going to be asking some questions, and we will connect you with other programs that you would be eligible for.
Absolutely. And one other thing that I would suggest, just from my experience yesterday working with households, is Jeannie's right. The $850 payment will come to you. Those are going to be issued in June. That will come to you as a check in the mail. However, if you do qualify for additional funds above the $850 as a result of us helping you file your taxes, which both instances yesterday of couples that I worked with, that was the case, encourage you to bring with you or have ready with you if you would like to have that direct deposited into your account. You can have your checking, that routing number and the account number. We had an individual yesterday who had one of their checks right with them, and so we were able to have that routed. But don't worry, if you don't have that, there can be a check that would be issued for you. It would be a separate check from the $850 for that, sort of that reimbursement or that check tax return that's coming to you as a result of filing your taxes through that process. So it could be more than the $850 as a result of this sit down opportunity with us, and certainly the opportunity, as Jeannie said, to connect you with other services. Eva, anything that we haven't talked about that you wanted to make sure you got across to folks watching right now?
I just want to say, I have a lot of people that call and they'll say, well, I've been told to talk to a navigator, just what is a navigator? And I simply tell them, I'm your map. I get you from here to where you need to be, the GPS, whatever your service, I find out what your needs are, and we take you to the service that will best serve you and get that need met. Once you're there, if you feel you need extra help, we can set you up with a coach that will walk you through that with you and help you advocate for that service. So as Jeannie said, we have over 40 programs with ACAP. We want to provide the services to people who need them. If we don't have the service within our program, we have services on the outside that can help. And I just encourage people to give us a call.
That's it. Eva Kirk, GPS right there. You've heard it right directly. Jeannie, how about you? Any thoughts, any last words that you want to share with viewers?
Just please call if you have any questions about anything. Eva says we do have the 40 programs, but we're also able to help people connect with other agencies if we're not able to, and it's few and far between when we're not able to support somebody, but there are those times. So we are able to help make referrals to other agencies. So please, if you have a need, we want to hear from you. We're here and we're ready to help support.
All right. All right, Jeannie Fox, Eva Kirk, thank you so much for appearing on ACAP today and talking about this very important subject matter for, again, many of our seniors and some families with young children in our community who would otherwise not be able to access this much needed, as Eva and Jeannie both laid out, much needed relief payment from the state of Maine, especially as we're heading into, we're going to first enjoy an Aroostook County summer, but as we head into another Aroostook County winter with costs as high as they are, this is going to be a lifeline for a number of folks. So we want to make sure we can help you access it. That's our interview, our big interview for today. We're going to be back next week with another edition of ACAP Today. Before we leave you, just a reminder, if you'd like to join Jeannie and Eva, sorry about that, in being a member of the ACAP team, we have openings from Dyer Brook up into Presque Isle at this moment, and I anticipate some will be available in the Valley as we're expanding our team up there in the coming months as well. So please do consider reaching out to us, checking us out at acap-me.org or checking out our Facebook page, see what opportunities are available, and consider getting an application into us. And lastly, as we do at each point in the broadcast, we leave you with our photo of the week. And as we have been doing since the beginning of the year for our 50th anniversary, it's a throwback snapshot of the week. This takes us back to the Mapleton 4th of July parade in 2001, where Jolana Guff and Michaela Powers, who happens to be the daughter of ACAP's, one of ACAP's senior director of program and strategic initiatives, Sue Powers, her daughter Michaela and her friend Jolana were carrying the ACAP banner in that parade on what looks like a very nice 4th of July day there in Aroostook County. And so we thank Jolana and Michaela for doing that back in 2001 for us. Maybe we can do a recreation of this photo in this year's Mapleton Days Parade with these two as a throwback to our own 50th anniversary. We'll see if we can get Sue Powers on that. But that is this week's edition of ACAP Today. Thank you all for watching, whether you're watching us on the cable access channels of WOWL Channel 4 in Madawaska or Channel 16 or Fort Kent and Channel 16 in Madawaska. We appreciate all that you do and for watching us each and every week. We'll be back next week with another edition of ACAP Today. Until then, have a great week, everyone.